Hey everyone, welcome back to Lemmings Plus 3D, a custom mod for 3D Lemmings made by Namida. Where are we? Flying Sweets. These levels are getting pretty tough now, so hopefully we'll do alright here. Let's take a look. I can lose 15 Lemmings, that's quite a fair amount. Lots of builders here, I hope. Probably, actually, there's more miners, isn't there? Wouldn't surprise me. Yeah, 3 builders, 2 miners. Probably guess where the miners are going. Such a useless button. I don't know why I press it. Let's see what we got. So, they're on a straight line. Running to this deflector block. Is this climber proof? It is not. That seems quite important. It's actually angled by the looks of it, which is interesting. Why is it angled? Well, I think we begin by building and blocking the crowd from behind. That seems to make sense. We almost certainly then, in fact, if we have 1 builder, 2 builder, 3 builder here, that's all of our builders, so we must climb. Actually, now the problem comes in with the fact that we need to use a turner here. We have climbers. So we have 2 climbers. If one of them bounces, that one, or like he blocks, well, I think they climb over this obstacle is what happens. He can block, he can come down, he can free the crowd, but actually we want one of them to turn and build this first. It's almost like we want to set all of this up and then have one... Actually, oh dear, I'm just realising the problem. So we've got exactly 2 climbers. One of them needs to be a turner. Well, I can lose 15 lemmings, actually. That's quite a lot of lemmings that you're allowed to lose. But it feels like I want to do at least all of the builds first, right? So that means the 2 lemmings would need to be ones where one's the turner. But then how do they... This is deflector blocks again. Is there a deflector block trick here? Probably not. That's interesting. Could there possibly be? You're not going to get a build up here, right? Like, surely this isn't just some weird shortcut thing. No, there's no way. That's not high enough. Okay, good. Scratch that. I feel like you have to be on this axis. That means I've got to turn someone around. So they can mine down here. They have to mine down here. Almost certainly. And they have to mine down there. So the problem lies in getting these guys to do that stuff. Is there some sort of... Put a blocker on here. I notice I have 2 bashers. That's important. So what that sort of implies to some extent is that there might be a way to put a blocker on here and then like bash him free later, possibly. Why does that matter? Because I need 2 climbers. I need 2 climbers. So one can block here and then probably blow himself up at the end with the bomber. So that means someone who's not a climber would have to be the turner, but the climber's going to be the one doing this build. And everyone's just going to get in front of him. Unless he starts to dig and then bashes to cancel the bash. Oh, he's just going to keep going, isn't he? I think that's how this game is going to work. If I dug down one of these and then tried to bash to cancel him, but maybe you can time it so that someone from the crowd comes and completes this bridge, or maybe just let some of them die. Like, the climber finishes mining, the crowd comes up. Hopefully they're not too condensed at that point. They've got quite a slow release rate. Some of them just die, and that's why you're allowed to kill them. Then a Oh, and then you've got to build again. Oh, it's just going to kill way too many, isn't it? Like, everyone's going to just die en masse. But I feel like I want a I feel like I have to have a non-climber, because this seems to be set up so that I must have 2 climbers to start this off, and then I want to keep them around. I think that's the trick. Like, that's what I'm being tested here. I think you want to build from the middle of this chocolate box. Possibly from the end instead. I think that's good enough. Oh, actually, have they made it? No, not quite. They are only just missing that though, aren't they? No, it's fairly tall, I suppose. Maybe I wanted both of them to be climbers. So what would they do if they were climbers? They would come over here. I think I need to make this climber proof. It is tempting to just do some sort of like dig or some sort of bomb thing or something. Maybe that doesn't work. I think it doesn't work because this is not indestructible floor. So when the bomber goes off, he tries to knock out a bit of land. No, I think it's slightly higher up, isn't it? And you have to build into it if you use a bomber, so that's not good enough. The digger slightly worries me here. What could that possibly be used for? Also, why is there this ramp here as well? I don't know, here's what we're going to do. We're just going to wait for now. And we're going to just block one of these guys. There we go. So the whole crowd is safe. I'm going to make 2 climbers. I need to turn, just thinking about it, I absolutely must turn the climbers at some point because they're needed for this. So actually I have to think about how I'm going to make this. Sorry, let me get the camera. This camera's never going to stop being a problem. This needs to be made climber proof. So I have to take out that bottom chunk without taking out the chunk below it. What can I possibly do for that? I can't block here on the edge and then bash through. I think that is in the way, and that's going to be steel. Also, when he tried to bash this block, he would take out the one below it, because the basher takes out 2/4. It takes out like half a block. These blocks are all basically made of 4 bits, so there's going to be there, there, and there are like the separation chunks, so they're made of 4. The basher takes out 2. So does the miner. But we know what the miner's used for, right? I feel like this slope must be relevant somehow. I think the bomber must be used on a blocker. We do have a spare blocker in this case, or do we? No, I think there's a blocker used here to contain this crowd, and there's one to turn the guy around there. So if that's the case, how do I turn around the lemmings here? Like these climbers, maybe it is just one climber, but he needs a way to get around this. He can't, because he's a climber, he can't just dig out the bottom layer, can he? Because he'll climb first, won't he? Let's see. Yeah. He'll climb first and he'll just abandon the dig. And I'll lose it. Ah! That's good to know. So they actually do turn around from that. Okay, well that's important, because what that's telling me is that actually I only need one climber. The crowd can come up, build, turn, build, and that I might not lose too many lemmings doing that. So let's try that. So this is suddenly a lot easier than it seemed at first. So a little further down, but I think that's fine. Yeah, and you do climb. This isn't like the original Lemmings where climbers are... they don't climb if they're building when they hit a wall. So you are going to turn around. Now I need to figure out how much mining I need to do. I have no idea how to work this out. So we're just going to go from here, I think. And we're going to hope that this works. That wasn't even close. Okay, well that's good. That tells me that actually I do want to build in the middle of this chocolate block. And then you will become the blocker. Oh, you caught up a lot quicker than I thought you would. You were going to mine straight away instead. Hopefully you stop mining, you don't. What a pain that is. That's quite funny. That doesn't happen in the original Lemmings. You can't actually mine out a builder like that, because they have exactly the same angle. He just mines along the builder instead. Oh, for goodness sake, you've done it again. Okay, I guess it really is a bit further along then. So I actually want to mine you here instead. I think I've done it again. Maybe the basher is to cancel the mine. Maybe that's it. That's what's going on here. That's a worrying sound. Let me just do this first. I'm losing Lemmings. Did you actually cancel? How did this happen? What happened here? How? What? Why are you still bashing? What? Excuse me? Hang on a minute. We're going to assign you the basher. I'm going to find out what happened here. So just wait until I assign the basher. Really now? That... what? I found a way in Lemmings 3D to extend a basher along a bridge in a really glitchy way. That's horrible. Alright then. Fine, be that way, game. See if I can. Oh, I didn't assign him to a climber. So that's the end of the block. I actually want to mine you. That's one block. That's another block here. I think this is appropriate. These are quite shallow, these mines. No, now you see. Why do you do this to me, game? That should have given me exactly what... Right, I think because that's... I think you're telling me that this only works if I go... Man, mining into builders is extremely awkward here. Well, that was stupid. I didn't think I'd spend the first 15 minutes just trying to build and mine, to be honest, but here we go. This is what we're doing. So this is a bit lower down, so I want to mine slightly further back. So not right there, but here is fine. So I think that this should work. And it doesn't. So this just doesn't work. This is interesting. That's not what I expected at all. I get a non-climber to mine, to dig here and then bash and then build, don't I? That's the trick. This is a problem though. The fact that I can't even... I guess I had to go further back. Where is the lemming? There he is. So I guess I actually want you to mine here. I thought this was too far back before. No, that's still not good enough. Right, the problem is that when I'm here, I'm slightly higher up. And what that means is that I'm getting 2 blocks of distance, whereas this is only offset by 1. So that's a whole block. So 1, 2. Yeah. Okay, let's try something a little bit different. This is going to be too low. I was going to say, if I take this out first, and then I build from the halfway point. So if someone died doing that, that's probably fine. I think I have a spare basher. I might not. And now I want to mine from as far back as I can. So I need to catch you when you fall off this. No, stop. Ah. He's always going to take that out, isn't he? I guess... That's so annoying. But anyway, to solve this next bit, what I was thinking, you see, is this guy digs here. Oh, maybe he can just build straight away, actually. 1, 2, 3. Maybe he doesn't need a bash. Yeah, he can. Okay, that's good to know. So I don't actually need a basher. So I think what that's telling me is that I have to mine early, cancel with a bash, and that way I try and avoid all of these problems that I'm getting with the miner. and that's just an unfortunate quirk of the engine. Just the way it works out. It was never done in an official level, so no one ever noticed before that this was just an awkward thing that happens. Now I want to mine from as far back as possible, and I need to try and get some sort of understanding of when I need to convert him into a basher. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at the mini-map and I'm going to check how far he is. Oh, I can't go back because I'm hitting a wall here. So I presume the walls of the inside are the same as the walls on the outside. So you are currently right at the top of the pink. So I think you have to mine one more. And then you can start bashing, right? Maybe that's a mistake, I don't know. Yeah, that looks okay. And you don't bash anymore? Great. That's exactly what I needed. You're a climber. You will be saved. Some people are going to die, but that's fine, because we can lose 15. And what we're going to do is this guy. We're going to turn, bash, and we're going to cancel with the builder. I'm going to do it as quickly as I can. So there's one guy dead. There's 2, there's 3. Here's 4 and 5 probably. No, so only 3 died there. And we need to now do this bit. So you are going to become a turner when you're in line. There we go, I think we got this level finally. And I am again going to go here. So this one's quite high up, so I don't need necessarily that much digging. So everyone's just going to make their way over. You are going to blow yourself up a little bit before the exit. I am worried that if you go any further you will actually stand at the exit. I think I hear people dying. Oh, what an idiot. Okay. That's easily fixed. I think I need to block these guys first, so I'm going to do these guys first. Yeah, there we go. Now I just need to try and aim this. Fine. Wasn't where I thought that was going to end up, but I'm okay with it. Crank up the release rate a little bit. There we go, I got plenty of lemmings spare. I do have 4 tied up in being blockers or turners. So you need to go down by how much? An entire block? I can mine early. You know what, it doesn't matter. Because I've got a basher. And I want you to mine until... Do I want the top of the pink block? No, it has to be one more because they can't get up. If there's only a little bit of pink showing, this proves that they can't get up that. And this bomber hasn't destroyed my way to the exit. No, it's fine. It's made barely a dent at all. I shouldn't have worried. So let's just follow the inner texture, which should be the same as the outer texture. So this one's no good. It has to be the next one. There we go. Yes. And you're not doing some weird basher stuff, you're not. Excellent. Okay, I got there in the end. Actually a pretty straightforward level overall, I think, although it took me forever. What is the time? 26 minutes. That's too early for one episode. I guess we're going to take the risk and do another one. I should always know this is a mistake. It has been so far. So, colour display. Very colourful. 10 can be lost. There are 2 trapdoors, I think. One in the middle and one on the outside. Am I right there? Yeah, I am. What direction is this one? So they are facing the camera while these guys are walking there. We appear to have 3 exits. Not very many skills. How many lemmings were allowed to die? Was it 10? Only 10 climbers, but 20 have to leave. Hold on, I'm gonna do this again just to remind myself how many can die. What were the requirements? 30, 20 to be safe. So we got 15 coming out of each hatch. So we kind of just need a way for these guys to climb up, and it doesn't matter if they don't all make it. That's what I'm seeing. But what I would like to do is turn these guys this way, crank the release rate up, dig down here. Then we try and get these guys to climb up here and go out of this exit. We have 4 exits, I said we had 3 earlier. While all of these guys go into this exit. That's a thing I think we can probably get away with. Yeah. So at some point soon we will crank up the release rate. But not too early. I think now is probably fine. It's probably way too early. And what we want to do is we want to dig one of these and build with you. So all of these guys go to the exit. He dies, creating a platform for this lot to go up. The problem is that these guys have to build again, don't they? So I've done this too quick. But I think that's it. And then these guys all go into this exit, but they are way too crammed in. Right, like, this is far too close. Like, check this out, they're all going to die. So better timing of the release, and I think I have it. So this one, I don't want to say it seemed easy because clearly it isn't. But which angle is this? No, I don't like that angle. None of these are angled properly, are they? Fine, this is the only one that's on the axis that I want. So having 3 come out wasn't good enough. I need to just delay the timing of this. I'll wait till I do my first build. Then I shall crank the release rate up. And I think I can get away with just making you digger. Now what I want to do is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All of these guys can be climbers. Not all of them, all but one. And I want whoever climbs here. So someone died, but that's okay. Similarly, someone just died. I don't need all of them. And then the climber wants to be another climber because he wants to get ahead of the rest of the crowd. There we go. He's got a bit of a gap. Hopefully it's enough. So the trick here, I guess, why did I figure this one out so quickly? Assuming still that this is correct. How presumptuous. These guys clearly needed to climb up. They were on an axis. The only way you were getting the digger on the same axis was to turn, and it sort of feels like it kind of solved itself at that point. There we go. I got 2 spare. I think I will stop now at 30 minutes. I don't think I'm going to get another level completed that quickly because these are getting quite hard. So just a shorter episode, but hey, I got 2 levels done. Where am I at now? 69 out of 80. Oh, very nice. Cool. Well, see you next time for breaking the routine. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.